Hey guys, so I'm going to be making this video for Bod Mod 101 about an event that happened to me at work today. So since you all don't know, I work at a place called Culture Craze, which is basically a body jewelry kiosk. Since we're situated primarily in the middle of the mall, it's not uncommon for us to see discrimination and name calling and all that horse shit. You know, sadly it does happen every day, and normally I can tolerate it pretty well. I think we all learn to tolerate the discriminatory ways of people who just don't understand body modification, as in like piercings, tattoos, even coloring your hair, because we sell hair dye too. But this is just one instance that particularly grinded my gears, so to speak. So I'm getting out my paperwork and getting ready to close down the kiosk for the night, and a family of 3 decides to walk up to me. And the younger girl, the youngest of the family, the daughter I'm assuming, comes up and asks if she can buy a bottle of H2O Shin Piercing Aftercare. You know, no problem. I can totally sell that to her. I hadn't officially closed down my till yet, so I had no problem with it. And the woman who I would assume to be her mother just keeps giving me these weird looks. And you know when you get a really weird vibe from someone, you can kind of sense it in the air, but I don't know why, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. It wasn't really bothering me that much. I just kind of let it slip and ignored it, I guess. I know I'm shaking my camera a lot and I'm really sorry. I'm filming it on my DSLR actually, and it's heavy as shit. But anyway, this woman keeps staring at me and I didn't really pay too much attention to it. I mean, I'm not really stereotypical, but she was older lady. Well, not older, but middle-aged, you know what I'm talking about? So, I mean, it wasn't that shocking to me that she hadn't really seen that many piercings before. Maybe she just didn't understand stretched ears, or I don't know. And to me, I don't really have that many radical modifications. I got a couple of lobes in my septum. Right now, I do have a few retired piercings, but that's besides the point. That's when it started to get really weird, just towards the end of the sale. She started giving me these really, really strange vibes, and she said some things that were really not okay, in my opinion. And you know, she was giving me the generic speech about how much money plastic surgeons are going to make off of this new trend being reversed, and I politely explained it to her that, you know, it was my body and I respect her choice. She didn't have to like it because it was for me, and body modification is for you. It's not for anyone else. No motherfucker but you. And I mean, I think it's important that we all know that for sure. But then she said one thing to me that really caught me right off guard. We happened to make eye contact for a few seconds actually, and she looks me dead in the eye and says, "If it were legal, I would kill you." So I bluntly asked her, I said, "Well, why would you want to kill me?" While this is all happening, the other 2 members of the family, the father and the daughter, I assume, are just laughing their asses off like it's just some big joke. And I think that was probably what was most disturbing to me, is like people just thought it was okay to treat me that way, you know, supposedly just because I look slightly different than they do. You know, it was around this point where she started going off about my family and, you know, asking me what my mother thought of me and how my mother probably didn't love me. And this is all shit that she's saying, by the way. And I basically just looked at her, like I gave her the look, like, you know, hopefully insinuating like, "Really, lady, like you're a total joke." Like, I mean, it's going on to 9 o'clock in the middle of South Center Mall and you're gonna spend your time bullying a fucking 16-year-old? Like, I mean, I personally would hope that someone had better things to do when the most exciting thing in their day is just ripping on a teenager for practically nothing. Like, I'm just trying to close my till down and these people come up to me and basically start harassing me. I mean, the rest of the family was part of it too, obviously, because they were laughing their asses off at me and at the stuff that her mom was saying, basically egging her on. And I don't know, it just makes me uncomfortable that people can preach stuff about being respectful and accepting of everyone, yet still turn into schoolyard bullies, like, at the drop of a hat. You know, when someone attacks you like that, just for no other reason than being a bit different, you know, just ignore them. Just be the bigger person. It's so important to do that nowadays, because they're just trying to get a rise out of you. They're just trying to make you angry, and if you don't pay any fucking of course it's gonna piss you off, but if you just laugh in their face, it's only gonna make them more mad in the long run, which just makes it more funny. Like, you can't waste your time worrying about the stupid shit that people are gonna say. I mean, obviously I came on here to rant about it, but that's just because I thought it was a unique situation that a mother would actually have the audacity to say that to me in front of her child. Not like this wasn't in public either. Like, there were clearly many other people around, even though the mall was closed. Because people like to linger in the mall after hours. Because, I don't know, I guess it's fun. Nowhere better to go. But if she's willing to say that to me in front of other people, mainly her child, which is disturbing enough on its own, what kind of values is she teaching her child in the privacy of her own home? Basically, she just got upset when her little comment didn't really hurt me at all, and she knew that. Maybe she knew that because she probably realized that I had been through that a lot, and I knew what she was going to say as soon as she opened her mouth, just by the look she was giving me. Or maybe because I was just laughing my ass off. Maybe that's why she knew that I wasn't taking her seriously. And hopefully she realized that she was a joke in the end. So, long story short, she stormed off while the dad and the daughter were laughing at her and laughing at me and laughing at the whole situation. But I guess I'll just make this quick. People who discriminate, fuck you.